issues I've ever discussed on this show, and that's all of them over a long time. The ones that have gotten me the most hate, health issues, like obesity. Like that is the ultimate third rail. Yeah. Like when I did it, even other anchors would call me up and say, I can't believe you talked about that. Yeah, because you have to talk. How can you not talk about it?
Bill Maher brought on Chris Cuomo to his show, The Real Time with Bill Maher, and absolutely demolished him, backing him into a corner on the MAHA agenda, the Make America Healthy Again agenda. And Chris Cuomo left stunned at times with Bill Maher backing him and trying to get him on his side, as we've seen Bill Maher really turning a new leaf sometime here in 2025. Anyway, let's get into this clip here where Bill Maher forces Chris Cuomo to come to his side on the MAHA issues on Real Time with Bill Maher. Let's check it out.
Okay, here are the questions for panel. Has Trump's victory emboldened young misogynists like Nick Fuentes, who posted a video telling women, your body, my choice? Oh, well, that's rapey. Yes, that's horrible. I vote horrible. Any dissenters?
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Okay, well, Nick
He also weirdly turned on Trump at some point during the campaign and said he was going the other direction. And now he's like...
And then he pepper sprayed a lady, which is really alpha.
Yeah, very...
I mean, look, the Democrats have had their people, but I mean, there's just a lot of people in that administration that have women issues.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Glad we all agree on that. Does AOC removing pronouns from her Twitter bio signal that she may be moderating some of her positions? I didn't know that happened. And baby steps is all I can say is...
At least she didn't leave the platform.
She's been listening to people. She's been saying, because I think she's smart, she's been saying to Trump voters who voted for her and Trump to explain why and tell why they split their ticket. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, I think that she owns her own positions. You may not agree with them, but there's an authenticity to it. I think people resonate off that. Look, I think, Doc, that's one of the reasons that you were so blow away in your interview with Bill and why the book is doing so well, is that it just rings of being, you know, I don't have your sophistication, but if it makes sense, you know, to this salami on top of my shoulders, it is very impressive to people, and it's great to hear it. I just wish you were more involved with the administration.
Well, maybe she will be. I mean, your brother is, right? Isn't he closer to RFK?
He's been very involved,
okay.
Yeah. No, but I think there's something happening right now where I think there's been a lot of polarization and the algorithms are fueling it. But I think we're seeing a thread happening where authenticity and truth, you know, people respond to it. And I think, you know, a lot of people thought that there was no chance that Trump could win another election. But I think the assumption that Americans are stupid and they don't understand things, they rejected that. And they said, you know, we're gonna come out and sort of vote for people who trust us to make nuanced decisions and have nuanced ideas. So
that Make America Healthy Again, those moms, those suburban moms, is an underrated part of the electorate, and it is going to change the coalition and possibly the way that Trump governs, as we're already seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think that the MAHA slogan is really genius, Make America Healthy Again. Same thing with MAGA. I mean, I don't want to get into all that in this video, but I do think Trump had struggled at first with getting those suburban mom voters, but it seems like he's taken a turn on things and really has captured this audience where he's headed in 2025. I mean, we've seen it with his first 6 months. I'm excited to see where the rest of it goes, and even, you know, what they're saying here. Let's get back into it, though. And also, if you enjoy content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a ton.
Democrats became the party of, you can't say that. You can't talk about crime and immigration because it's racist. You can't talk about trans issues because trans kids will kill themselves. You can't talk about the COVID vaccine because it means you want kids to have measles. And it's like, a bunch of people went, you're full of shit. I'm allowed to say things.
Nothing scares people like health. Of all the issues I've ever discussed on this show, and that's all of them over a long time, the ones that have gotten me the most hate, health issues, like obesity. Like that is the ultimate third rail. Yeah. Like when I did it, even other anchors would call me up and say, I can't believe you talked about that. Yeah, because you have to talk. How can you not talk about it? I mean, it's the #1 health factor in this country.
Well, it gives you a disconnect, and I'll give you an interesting thing that MK will understand immediately. When you're looking at focus groups, okay, for a campaign or a candidate, right? Very often, you will, for a period, watch them with the sound down, because what you're looking for is body language affinity, where like they're all getting it. If you think about the disparate ideas at this table, and when you talk about the idea of, you know, there's something in our food, there's a lot of stuff in our food that probably shouldn't be there. And every time they look, the more they find that can kill you. Everybody's head is going like this. Yeah, I think the food's a problem. My question to you is, if everybody's head is nodding like this, what is keeping anything from ever happening that moves us in the direction that
The food is delicious. That's the problem.
I would say,
That's what it is.
I'll tell you,
Who comes back from Italy saying, I can't wait to get some ragu?
that's right. I mean, Italy, the food is it's more delicious.
But
than
we
what
don't
have,
live in
and they
Italy.
have-
We live near McDonald's.
Not yet.
But
I mean, it's a great point, right? Like, you look at other countries like Italy, and they're able to eat pasta and pizza and all sorts of stuff, yet they, like, all the carbs and don't really seem to gain the weight yet. We're so fat in America, and the food's so overprocessed and has all these additives, and it really begs the question, like, where is this really, like, headed? And we need to crack down on issues like this, because it just becomes increasingly harder to get the population towards being healthy. I mean, I personally take great pride in my fitness, and I'm not the healthiest person, but I want to be better, right? And I can only imagine what it's like on these issues and these other countries who aren't really dealing with this type of stuff. I mean, we're so fat in America. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. Seriously, let's get back into it.
I mean, this is not rocket science.
But I don't know that our food, I'm not talking about like,
The food is delicious. It is.
In America.
If I had 6 months to live,
You mean the
I'd eat
lousy food.
McDonald's every night.
Are you
and if
serious? Wow.
if I ate McDonald's every night, I'd have 6 months to live. Yes.
So look, I was on his team.
McDonald's isn't delicious? Who are we fucking kidding?
It's
delicious.
It's so. I mean, we should talk. But
I never have it, but it's delicious.
And how do you know?
I've had it.
Oh,
Have they changed the formula? I don't think so. Coca-Cola, also delicious
When they
product.
put the Big Mac-
I can see the success.
when they put the Big Mac on the thing and the
Yeah, obviously, because Bill Maher's had McDonald's once, that the recipe's been the same, and however long ago that was. And Coca-Cola used to have literal cocaine in it. I mean, come on, let's call a spade here. So it's a bit ridiculous acting like things have stayed the same and they're not actively being made worse. I mean, come on, let's get with the times.
I was out.
I know.
I was out.
I mean,
Anything that holds up better than my hairline, I'm not going to eat.
we know what's in it, and you still are able to find deliciousness in it.
I don't eat it. This is not rocket science, people. I know something's delicious, and I know it's bad for me, so I don't eat it. Is that so hard to understand? Yes, but let's not deny that the one reason why people still do this is because people are always making decisions. All we are doing this every day, present versus the future. If I stay up another hour, I'll be tired in the morning, but I want to watch this.
Look,
I do it all the time.
You're
Oh, shit.
100% right about McDonald's and it tasting good, and that's one of the reasons we do it. And also, Casey's right about the McDonald's doing something to your body that then makes your body want more McDonald's.
Yes, it's
right? Like,
evil.
that's how it
It's
works.
engineered by food
It's
scientists
totally engineered.
for you to think that it's delicious.
It's purposely addictive.
like a drug, right? Yeah.
Their head, but nothing gets done because there are a bunch of moneyed interests here, and maybe you need, I don't know, a
Right.
disruptor
Yes, you
to
do.
make something
And
happen.
over 20% of our GDP is dependent on us not talking about obesity. Honestly,
Yes.
17% of our GDP goes to healthcare, and a huge portion more goes to ultra-processed food. And there is a chokehold on talking about
Right, and-
anything that could make people feel empowered to not take part in that system, which depends on us being addicted to processed food and then sick and in the
And
hospital.
again, for the people who are going to yell at me because, oh my God, are you defending Robert Kennedy? Well, just remember, your view on obesity from the left, to go into that roster of things that I said that they're crazy about, was, first of all, it's body positivity. Was there ever more Orwellian phrase than that? It was it's not nothing positive.
Really crazy that we got to see Bill Maher and Chris Cuomo, two guys that have Trump derangement syndrome, come together and really take a stance on the Maha movement and where it's headed and how this really affects, the people of America. Even though they have that Trump derangement syndrome, they really were able to put their two heads into one and think. I guess that's what all Democrats might have to do, and the woke left when it comes to issues like this, putting their differences aside. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comments below about Bill Maher just really having to nudge Chris Cuomo over to his side on this Maha agenda to talk about the youth of America, the obesity in America. And let me know what you think about Bill Maher and Chris Cuomo on Real Time with Bill Maher. Take care.